For thousands of years, there have been those in power and those caught under the boot of oppression. With the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the United States became an opportunity for change, the likes of which the world had never seen before. It was what appeared to be a true democracy, one which understood its people and acted within its own limitations as a system of the people, by the people, and for the people. We established a government to work for the masses, something our founding fathers built from scratch so that the history of oppressive governments wouldn't repeat. America was to be a model of the future, a future promising true freedom, a nation which the rest of the world yearned to be a part of. But something went wrong. Banks became greedy and manipulative. Those with money used that financial power to buy influence in politics to get their way. It wasn't long before the government lost its status as being for the people. In 1990, several elite bankers met on Jekyll Island to discuss the establishment of the Federal Reserve, the current central bank of the United States government. Only, it isn't owned by the government or the people it's supposed to serve, but rather privately owned by the bankers who created it. And when the government needs money, it turns to the Federal Reserve, which loans the money to the government with interest that the government has to pay off. This creation of money out of thin air puts the entire nation in debt to these banks, and gives the banks total control over the monetary system and anything that money can buy. Corruption can be defined as a form of dishonest or unethical conduct by a person entrusted with a position of authority, often to acquire personal benefit. But we use a different word. We call it lobbying. The United States has grown to become the most powerful nation perhaps the world has ever seen, with financial interest in every country and military presence in over 150. And as of now, that's a bad thing. There's something very backwards about our world. People establish governments to keep order, to be our greater voice and to represent justice. When I say the word politician, a sour taste is left in my mouth. Clichés like never trust a politician show us just how broken our systems are. Politicians should be our best citizens. They should be honest, loyal, and selfless. These are the people we choose to watch out for us, but instead, we elect actors who claim to represent us, but right in the pockets of corporations and banks. I was raised in this reality. It's the only world I've ever known. A world of never-ending war. We live in an age where we have the technology and the resources to provide a peaceful life for everyone, no problem. Yet, news of atrocities, murder, torture, genocide, and ecocide flicker across the TV screen every night. I know it's easy to say, this is just how it's always been. But I, for one, refuse to accept this as my reality. Change is possible. You just have to be that change.